Wheelman, 2010, is an underrated, action-packed open-world driving game that blends high-speed car chases with intense combat in a way few games can match. Starring Vin Diesel as the protagonist, Milo Burick, the game immerses you in the streets of Barcelona, where you play as an undercover driver tasked with infiltrating the criminal underworld. One of the game's standout features is its dynamic driving mechanics. Unlike many other driving games, Wheelman emphasizes vehicular combat. The vehicle melee mechanic lets you slam enemy cars off the road by ramming them from the side or front, adding a layer of strategy to chases. You can even pull off cinematic stunts, like jumping from car to car in real time, keeping the adrenaline high and the action fast-paced. The story, though straightforward, pulls you into a world of crime, betrayal, and undercover intrigue. Milo's mission to gain the trust of various gang factions while maintaining his cover adds tension to the narrative. The plot may not be groundbreaking, but it perfectly complements the non-stop action of the gameplay. Despite its innovative mechanics, cinematic feel, and Vin Diesel's star power, Wheelman didn't get the attention it deserved. It was overshadowed by bigger releases at the time, but has since become a cult classic. For fans of open-world games, explosive driving action, and over-the-top stunts, Wheelman is a hidden gem that deserves more recognition. Remember Me is an underrated sci-fi action-adventure game that excels in both its imaginative setting and innovative gameplay. Developed by Dontnod Entertainment, it transports players to a futuristic version of Paris where memories can be digitized, bought, and altered. This unique concept is central to both the narrative and gameplay, making the game stand out from other action titles. Players control Neelan, an elite memory hunter with the ability to remix and manipulate memories, offering a fresh twist on puzzle solving. The combat is fluid, featuring a combo-based system that allows players to customize attacks to suit their playstyle. The vibrant, dystopian world of Neo-Paris is beautifully designed, filled with stunning visuals and deep lore. While it didn't achieve widespread acclaim upon release, Remember Me offers an intriguing story about identity, control, and rebellion. Its unique memory-altering mechanics and futuristic setting make it a hidden gem that deserves more recognition. Fans of narrative-driven action games will find this title a refreshing and immersive experience. Homefront 2011 is an underrated first-person shooter that delivers a unique, emotional narrative and solid gameplay. Set in a near future where North Korea has invaded the US, players join a resistance movement fighting for survival on American soil. Written by Red Dawn creator John Milius, the story powerfully depicts the horrors of occupation and the human cost of war, offering a fresh take on the military shooter genre. The gameplay features tight, responsive controls with a mix of tactical firefights and guerrilla warfare. Its engaging multiplayer introduced innovative mechanics like battle points, which allowed players to call in vehicles and airstrikes mid-match, adding strategic depth. Despite its relatively short campaign, Homefront stands out for its intense atmosphere, gripping story, and dynamic gameplay, making it an underrated gem that deserves more attention. Rise Son of Rome is an underrated action-adventure game that delivers a cinematic experience with stunning visuals, brutal combat, and an epic story. Developed by Crytek, the game transports players to ancient Rome, where they take on the role of Marius Titus, a Roman soldier seeking revenge after the murder of his family. The game's narrative blends personal tragedy with the grandeur of Roman warfare, offering a gripping tale of honor, vengeance, and loyalty. The gameplay focuses on visceral, combo-driven combat, where players engage in brutal sword fights, shield bashes, and executions. Though the combat system is simple, it's polished and satisfying, with the execution sequences adding a cinematic flair to the action. The game also incorporates large-scale battle sequences and Roman warfare tactics, immersing players in the chaos of ancient combat. What truly sets Rise Son of Rome apart is its breathtaking graphics, powered by CryEngine. The attention to detail in the environments, character models, and lighting makes the game a visual spectacle, one of the best-looking titles of its time. Despite its beauty and engaging story, Rise Son of Rome didn't receive the attention it deserved due to criticism of repetitive combat. However, for those who appreciate historical settings and cinematic action, This game offers a rich and immersive experience that remains underappreciated. X-Men Origins Wolverine is an underrated action game that stands out for its intense, fast-paced combat, brutal gameplay, and faithfulness to the iconic character. Released alongside the movie of the same name, the game far surpasses its film counterpart in terms of storytelling and excitement, offering a violent and visceral experience that captures Wolverine's raw, untamed power. The gameplay shines with its fluid, hack-and-slash mechanics, allowing players to unleash Wolverine's adamantium claws in brutal, satisfying combat. Players can perform a wide variety of combo attacks, grapples, and finishers, showcasing the ferocity of Wolverine's abilities. The game also features regenerative health, mirroring Wolverine's healing factor, and a visceral lunge mechanic that lets him leap across large distances to tear enemies apart. The combat is fast, bloody, and unapologetically brutal, making each fight feel impactful and true to the character's nature. Set across a range of environments, from military bases to jungles, the story explores Wolverine's violent past, delving deeper into his origins than the movie. The narrative expands on his journey, featuring iconic enemies from the X-Men universe, and gives fans a more satisfying exploration of the character's backstory. While the game flew under the radar for many, X-Men Origins, Wolverine offers an exhilarating and surprisingly polished experience. With its engaging combat, solid mechanics, and a story that digs into Wolverine's past, it's an action-packed, underrated gem that deserves more recognition as one of the better superhero games of its time. Spec The Mindgate Conspiracy is an underrated gem from the early 2000s that combines intense action, strategic gameplay, and mind-bending psychic powers to create a thrilling experience. Its standout feature is the innovative use of physics, which was ahead of its time, making the environment a playground for players to unleash telekinesis, pyrokinesis, mind control, and other psychic abilities. You can toss enemies across rooms, hurl objects with telekinesis, set foes ablaze, or even possess them to fight their own comrades. The gameplay is smooth, allowing players to combine gunplay and psychic powers seamlessly, which adds a unique layer of strategy. The Havok physics engine brings these powers to life in an incredibly satisfying way, making every encounter feel dynamic and engaging. The story is equally intense, following Nick Scryer, an amnesiac psychic soldier, as he unravels a conspiracy involving a rogue military faction. The narrative keeps you on edge with twists and turns, as Nick recovers his memories and abilities and faces powerful enemies using similar powers. Despite its brilliance, PsyOps didn't receive the recognition it deserved, possibly due to the crowded gaming market at the time. However, its combination of cutting-edge physics, inventive gameplay, and a gripping story make it one of the most unique and overlooked action games ever made. Sleeping Dogs 2011 is a highly underrated open-world action-adventure game that masterfully combines thrilling combat, an engaging story, and a richly detailed Hong Kong setting. Players step into the shoes of Wei Shen, an undercover cop tasked with infiltrating the dangerous Sun On Yi triad. The game shines with its focus on martial arts combat, brutal hand-to-hand fighting, and fluid mechanics that make each brawl feel intense and satisfying. The seamless blend of combat, shooting, and driving mechanics adds layers of excitement to the gameplay, making it stand out from other games in the genre. The open-world environment of Hong Kong is meticulously crafted, offering vibrant streets filled with side missions, activities, and hidden collectibles. From intense street races to underground fight clubs, the city feels alive and dynamic, allowing players to immerse themselves fully in Wei Shen's double life as both a cop and a criminal. What truly sets Sleeping Dogs apart is its story. The narrative dives deep into themes of loyalty, betrayal, and identity, as Wei struggles to maintain his cover while forming emotional bonds with the triad members he's supposed to bring down. The characters are well developed, and the story is packed with tension, twists, and emotional moments that keep players invested. Despite its strong gameplay, stunning setting, and compelling story, Sleeping Dogs flew under the radar for many players. It didn't receive the widespread recognition it deserved at launch, possibly due to competition from other big titles at the time. However, its unique combat system, captivating story, and richly immersive world make it one of the most overlooked gems in the open-world genre. For fans of action-packed games with deep narratives, Sleeping Dogs is a must-play experience that continues to hold up today. Quantum Break is an underrated gem that masterfully blends innovative gameplay with a gripping, time-bending narrative. Developed by Remedy Entertainment, this action-adventure game offers a unique experience by combining third-person shooter mechanics with time manipulation powers, setting it apart from most traditional shooters. The gameplay is where Quantum Break truly excels. Players control Jack Joyce, who gains the ability to manipulate time after a failed experiment. These time powers allow for creative combat, such as freezing enemies mid-attack, creating time shields, and speeding through environments in bursts of superhuman speed. The mix of gunplay and time manipulation gives combat a fresh, dynamic feel, encouraging players to approach battles with both strategy and creativity. The story is equally compelling, blending science fiction with intense drama. It follows Jack's fight to prevent a catastrophic end-of-time event, with a focus on the consequences of time travel, fractured timelines, and betrayal. A standout feature is its integration of live-action episodes between game chapters. These episodes deepen the narrative by showcasing events from the perspective of the antagonists, adding layers of storytelling that few games attempt. Despite its brilliance, Quantum Break didn't receive the widespread recognition it deserved. However, for those who play it, it offers a richly cinematic experience with engaging gameplay and a complex, well-written story. Its mix of innovative mechanics and narrative depth makes it a standout title that remains underappreciated. Spec Ops The Line is an underrated gem that deserves far more recognition for its bold storytelling, thought-provoking themes, and engaging gameplay. At first glance, it may seem like a standard military shooter, but it evolves into a deep psychological exploration of war, morality, and the human condition, setting itself apart from other games in the genre. The gameplay is a third-person cover-based shooter with tight, responsive controls and intense combat sequences. The heat and sandstorms of the Dubai setting add a unique layer of environmental challenges, making battles feel unpredictable and immersive. Players command a small squad, utilizing tactical elements like giving orders to teammates, which adds depth beyond the typical shooter formula. The story follows Captain Martin Walker and his squad as they are sent to a post-apocalyptic Dubai to investigate the disappearance of a rogue American colonel. What begins as a simple rescue mission spirals into a journey of psychological torment as Walker's decisions and mental state deteriorate under the horrors of war. The game is deeply influenced by Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness and Apocalypse Now, tackling themes of moral ambiguity, the consequences of violence, and the cost of heroism in ways that few other games have dared to explore. It's a narrative masterpiece paired with solid gameplay mechanics. It challenges players to confront uncomfortable truths about war while delivering a gripping and immersive experience. Despite its brilliance, it remains underappreciated. However, for those who play it, Spec Ops The Line offers an unforgettable, thought-provoking experience. Titanfall II is an underrated masterpiece that excels in both its single-player campaign and multiplayer modes, offering some of the best first-person shooter gameplay of its time. Developed by Respawn Entertainment, it stands out for its fluid mechanics, innovative level design, and emotional storytelling, making it one of the most well-rounded and engaging shooters available. The gameplay is where Titanfall 2 truly shines. It combines fast-paced, parkour-style movement with intense, large-scale battles featuring towering mechs called Titans. As a pilot, players can wall run, double jump, and perform acrobatic maneuvers, making combat dynamic and exhilarating. The ability to seamlessly switch between on-foot combat and controlling powerful Titans offers an incredible sense of scale and variety, giving players multiple ways to approach any situation. The single-player campaign is a standout feature that many didn't expect. It tells the story of Jack Cooper, a militia rifleman who teams up with a Titan named BT-7274. Together, they embark on a mission filled with memorable moments, including one of the most innovative levels in shooter history, Effect and Cause, where players manipulate time to solve puzzles and engage in combat. The bond between Jack and BT adds emotional depth, giving the campaign heart and making it more than just a series of action sequences. Despite its critical acclaim, Titanfall II didn't receive the commercial success it deserved, largely due to its release window. However, for those who experience it, the game offers one of the most rewarding, innovative, and fun shooter experiences in recent memory. It remains an underappreciated gem that fans of the genre should not miss.